And I also like that part on diversified portfolio. Well,
Yes.
I didn't know that, a research company, I have a new realization for Vivenza that, you look into certain financial portfolio planning also for the clients and subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. So, just that there is investing and there's trading. So these two are really different. But this is how that trading, yes, we can, have that better liquidity and then we invest it. I believe probably fundamentally sound stocks, right? So that when you can dollar cost average or so that when the price goes up appreciated, it's probably the good time to look into, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And probably with the research reports and that's where we have a better idea that we better invest the correct stocks. Yeah.
Yes.
So your signal would be like for total newbies who want to do trading, they will benefit from it, or it is for those existing traders that they want to go for better sustainable trades.
So how does it start? Is when a newbie comes to us, we introduce those newbies first to the medium term trading. We do not directly introduce them to short term or intraday trading. We first tell them to invest for short period, say 6 months or a year. The stocks which has potential value investing signals, which has potential of moving up in 6 months or a year. So for that, we prepare our research report based on the DCF, discounted cash flow, PE ratios, then the financial modeling. Based on that, we just introduce them this how the market works. So over the period, once they get confidence on how the market works, then we bring them to some shorter period investing and then to intraday investing. So that way they are more confident while they are introduced to the short term trading or investing part, and they also have knowledge about how things work, so they do not get panic during when the suppose the stocks are falling down. So they know how stop loss works, what is trailing stop loss, how the targets are to be kept, how my capital is to be invested. Because many a times what we see is, like suppose someone comes to us and he asks for our signal, we give him one signal and he invests whole 100% capital in it. So what happens is, suppose that signal does not perform as per expectation, so his capital, whole capital gets a loss of, say our stop loss is of 2%, so his whole capital gets down by 2%. Ideally what should be done is, every client should follow 1% rule. For every signal you should only invest 1% of your capital. So that way you get more opportunities to invest and your portfolio is saved from one signal not working or two signal not working. Because nobody in this market can say that we are 100% accurate. We also never say this. No one can be.
Correct.
You just have to manage your risk properly, and the return part would automatically follow once you are disciplined in your trading. So always maintain trading stop loss, follow the levels which we give, also invest partial capital in the trading signal, and always follow the levels which we are giving. Like what happens is, we ask client to enter in the goal, suppose say at 1700, and we ask them to exit at 1710. So when the 1710 comes, he thinks it would go up more, so he waits for it. And also do not move his stop loss to 1700 to cost. So if it suddenly comes down, then he says I lost, but according to us he should have made profit. So this things happen when he is not following the proper levels. So we first teach them to follow all these things and then gradually introduce them to intraday or short-term trading.
That's a good process. You really have that thought up. I suppose with your 10 years of experiencing with all the different levels of traders, really fine-tune your process of even guiding and coaching the traders to have that to have that consistency, right? By risk management before they even look into their profit target, right? So this is really good. Yeah, very good value add to the trading community, I think so. So it's like did you mention that there's an account manager that will take care of the, especially,
Yes.
the traders, because sometimes they need that another person for check and balance, or reminding them that they don't fall into the greed mode or going into some revengeful mode that I believe that we all face, the traders, getting emotional, whether they are making a lot of profits or they are not, doesn't know whether they should just cut loss and start all over.
Yes. So yes, handholding is the most important part of our process, where every client is assigned an account manager whom he can talk to anytime. And also he can talk to researcher, but that request has to be made in advance, because we don't want our researchers to get into the emotional part. Once they get into the client's emotions, so they might make some decisions which should not be they should be making. So we try to avoid those things. The researcher should purely focus on the financials and the charts, not the emotional part should not come into while analyzing a stock or giving a signal. So we communicate with our clients, and handholding is done through the account manager, so they can always talk to them. And also, as you were saying, when we are into the system, we forgot, like I would say, to maintain stop loss, how to cut loss, how to trail the target and cut loss. But once we are in the system, we forgot when we are doing it daily. So for this, what process we have is, we keep on sending this nudges to the client through SMS, short message, where we remind them to always maintain your cut loss, how to trade in our calls, what are the trading strategies they should follow. Our client also has a dedicated client portal where they can log in and see our trade signal. So there also these things are flagged on a continuous basis. So we keep on reminding them how they should be working and what are the risk management techniques they should follow. So that way they are reminded of to control their emotions and work practically.
Yeah, I think that's good, because you kind of like give the subscribers like a set of disciplined steps guide you, right, so that they don't fall into the emotional mode and literally lose all their initial wins and gains. That is good process. Yeah, another value add, to the community. Yeah, that's really great. Right. And okay, that's really great insights to hear from you, Mr. Mustafa. Maybe we can arrange future chat with you pertaining to the market direction as an overall view to our trading community. If they would like to also experience your this client, I don't know how you put it, but this whole experience, I was like quite even myself, I was finding that wow, this is a really good experience that we can go through, and subscribers should partake on that, because you really have that process set up to help them mitigate the risk, especially the emotional and the psychology aspect. So this is where the sustainability of individual account comes in. Because just now I was still thinking, how can you make that individual traders be able to sustain? Because when we keep having that wins and gains, our ego really take over and our greed takes over, and then and we can neglect that part of whether the lot sizing to put, or we doesn't want to cut loss because we thought that it's going to reverse back. That's always very typical in the market. But since you already have that system really in place, the check and balance system, and even with an account manager to at our back to remind us, I think that's a really good value add service support, I thought. Yeah. Okay, Ken. So maybe we'll invite you up again to share, say very soon, that you can give us more tips pertaining to each specific market's direction, broad directions, and something interesting that is like it can really help us in terms, at least on the fundamental aspect, and so that we roughly have an outlook of that and experience that sharing, of the market outlook, which I believe your research team will be really fine-tuned to the very specific when we really subscribe to your this signal or research reports. So yeah.
So
Okay, you have any
thank
last tip that you would like to share with our Myanmar community if we want to, let's say for total beginners, if they want to embark um, on this trading, is there a certain mindset or um, how do we get ready? If this
yes,
is a side gig, or they can progress to become a full-time trader,
yes.
even with the
So
help of a Venture, very
yes,
ready supreme system already. Say for beginners first, yeah. Any tips or mindset they should have?
yes. So I would just say, when you think of investing or trading, do not think as a get quick rich scheme. It's not like this.
Mhm.
You have to be very disciplined, very practical when you are investing your money. It's your hard earned money which you are investing. So always
Correct.
learn about it. Read as much as you can. Start reading some financial newspapers, some financial websites, and then trust the advisors, because we have gone through all this process. Our processes are developed seeing so many examples of success and failure, and based on that we have developed how the trading should work, how the signal should go. So at the start you should not think of investing by yourself and making those mistakes. Always consult of advisor who can assist you with trading signals, who can assist you with calls, and then gradually once you mature yourself into a full-time trader, then you can think of going by your own. But since the start, your focus should be on how to manage your risk, how to stick to the objective with which you started. Don't lose the goal with which you started in looking for short term mega returns, or we call it jackpot or something. It does not work in long term.
Mhm.
You may have jackpot success in one or two trades, but that does not work on the long term. So always stick to basics and always consult advisors. And we have been doing this for past decade, so we know how things work, and we can assist you, or there are many advisors who can assist you with proper levels, the levels which works, the risk levels which they know that here the stock might go more down, so you should cut loss. The target points are there where you should book your profits. So these things are very crucial based on support, resistance. So many things goes into analyzing a stocks. Yes, what I was talking was that the newbie should not be looking for short-term gains. They should stick to their plan, and then uh, emotionally they are very charged, because once we come into the market, we see so many stocks going up, down. The currency is giving such volatile movement. So every time we think we can make it, but no, uh,
Mhm.
you cannot. You have to trade on the levels, on experts advice. So you should first look for advisors who are helping you with the levels, and then uh, they are having such a good platform like Mirror Me, where there are so many advisors helping the clients with their advice. And then the financial literacy which you are promoting through these kind of webinars, and the content which you upload on your website, it helps traders a lot to make their mind, to learn about how the investing works, how the trading works, what all things are going on globally. So I would request everyone to look into these kind of platforms like Mirror Me, where they are engaging with the community, and they are helping the traders with so many things. So it's a very good initiative which your team is doing, and I wish you luck for the future.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Mustafa. Yes, yeah, we heard you pretty clearly that we have to be very focused and stick to our trading plan. And this is where,
Yes,
yes, your team can really come and help the trading community to really ensure that we are reminded to always focus, and we have to set our objective, we focus on it, and then we stick to the plan,
right.
and we can tap on your expertise, advice team as well, right? Whether
Yes,
is it in with Venza or with Mirumi side. Yes. Okay, that's really
There is
cool.
a famous
Yeah.
saying that first plan your trade and then trade your plan.
Plan your trade and trade your plan.
Trade your plan.
Yes, that is correct. That's correct. So we traders out there, remember, we have to come up with a trading plan first,
Then
okay?
first
But if we have a problem, how to draft out our trading plans, maybe we can watch the next session.
session. Yes, yes.
Yeah, then some tips on how we can draft out a trading plan. And sometimes drafting the trading plan is, but trading the plan, this is where we may get deviated, based on our emotions coming on to overwhelm us.
Yes.
So okay, yes, correct. And of course, assisting traders out there, if you want to go for breakthrough, I suppose that not breakthrough on your profits, but very much breakthrough of managing your psychology and emotion to winning. Sometimes you win too much, also you will start to, the losses will come in again also as well. So this is the part where I think in the correct community that we can mirror like the little giants, like the Mustafa's team, then that would really enable us to have that sustainability, right? Even for existing traders. So it is a journey. Trading is a journey, and we can really make good profits, but we want to protect the profit and to always be humble in the market, right? So that we can really ride through regardless of the ups and downs of the cycle of the market, and yet really triumph as a victor out of that. Right. Okay. Sure. If any of you guys would like to hear, any topics from, say, Mr. Mustafa, or find out more about the Venza research team and the trade signals, do give us a message, right, or email to us, and do also help us to like and share this video around, because I think there's a lot of value, shared. There's a lot of tips shared also, pointers that sometimes we thought that we knew, but we overlooked most of the time, right? So these are really good wisdoms, and we hope to see you guys in our next episode, right? Thank you, Mr. Mustafa. Namaste.
Namaste.
Really
Nice connecting you.